Meditate on Heaven by William Dyer. Meditate often on these four last things: death, which is most certain; judgment, which is most strict; hell, which is most doleful; heaven, which is most delightful. Meditate on heaven, which is most joyful. Then the King will say to those on his right, "Come, you who are blessed by my Father, take your inheritance, the kingdom prepared for you since the creation of the world." Matthew 25:34. Well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of your Lord. Matthew 25:21. Heaven is a place where all joy is enjoyed. In heaven there will be mirth without sadness, light without darkness, sweetness without bitterness, life without death, rest without labor, plenty without poverty. Oh, what joy enters into the believer when the believer enters into the joy of his Lord. Who would not work for glory with the greatest diligence and wait for glory with the greatest patience? Oh, what glories are there in glory! Thrones of glory, crowns of glory, vessels of glory, a weight of glory, a kingdom of glory. Here on earth, Christ puts his grace upon his spouse. There in heaven, he puts his glory upon his spouse. In heaven, the crown is made for them, and in heaven, the crown shall be worn by them. In this life, believers have some good things, but the rest and best are reserved for the life to come. O sirs, meditate upon heaven, for meditation on heaven will make us heavenly. Heaven is not only a possession promised by Christ, but a possession purchased by Christ. When our contemplations and minds are in heaven, then we enjoy heaven upon earth. To be in Christ is heaven below. To be with him is heaven above. There cannot be a better thing for us than for us to be with the best of beings. To me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. Philippians 1:21. Let our condition now be ever so great. It is hell without Christ. Let our condition now be ever so bad. It is heaven with Christ. I had rather be in hell with Christ than in heaven without him, said Luther. Hell itself would be heaven if Christ was in it. Heaven would be hell if Christ was out of it. That which makes heaven so full of joy is that it is above all fear. That which makes hell so full of horror is that it is beyond all hope. The vessels of grace shall swim in the ocean of glory. We may talk of the greatness of our crowns, but we shall never know the weight of our crowns until they are set on our heads.